Hello? Is this thing on? Is it working? Am I doing this properly? Do I know how to do this yet? And the answer to that question is no, but. Hello! Oh my god. Why are you here? You should not be here. This is a bad. This is not gonna be good. You understand that, right? This is not going to be good at all. Why are you here? What have I done to deserve this? Oh, God. Uh. Okay, well, first thing I'm going to say is I spent like 5 minutes setting up this dumb little stream loading thing. Yesterday, I also made a BRB screen. It took me like 10 minutes to do in a very cheap. It's here, I'll just show it to you. And it's like. Is my mic? Okay, my mic's still picking up audio. Okay, it's like a preset thing. It's not very good, but I felt like kind of proud of it. I don't know how to explain it because like I don't know. I want things to be like watchable, and I want stuff to like it's not great. I realize that, but I just want it to. I feel like I I feel like I'm peaking is what I feel like. I need to turn down my mic audio a bit. I feel like if I make this stream look professional and I make it look good and not, if I make it look like it's actually good, then it'll distract from the fact that it's actually not. So that's hopefully the goal here. Um, Here, let me ask you a question. How is the actual stream looking? Like, is it dropping at all, or is it like smooth, or because I've been messing with bitrate settings for the past hour now just to stream, and I tell you, I did not anticipate for it to be as much of an issue as it actually is, because I thought my internet was good, but it turns out that once you start streaming, that's when you realize your internet is actually not very good at all. Apparently, what I thought was very good internet connection is actually the worst connection you could possibly have for doing this. Um, so I don't really know how to start here, so I'm just going to start. If it will load up the emulator I have here. There are some drops of quality and 3 buffers so far. Ooh, that's not good. Um, yeah, it's much better than what it was because I didn't even realize the past like 3 or 4 streams that I've done. I had no idea how bad it actually was because it was dropping consistently over and over again, and I didn't realize it until after the fact. But it says that it hasn't dropped at all, so that's hopefully good, and it's got a better bit rate than it was the past few times. So I don't know. Hopefully it's good. I'm still kind of scared about it because I just want it to be watchable. That's all I really care about. I just want it to be something that's like I don't want it to be distracting, like you said. I don't want it to be, you know, 720. I'm streaming at 720p at 30 frames per second just because I felt like. I mean, I can't do 1080. There's no way I'm doing 1080 on this. Like, it's not going to look good at all. I mean, it'll look good, but it's going to constantly drop. So I tried to like reduce the quality a bit just to make it look a little better. Um, I don't really know how to start this here. This is my third stream, and I'm still to this day I don't really know how to do a start like what do I say to start this? You know, like that's the part that I still don't get. Well, I guess I will just start it by saying what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is I'm streaming a Legend of Zelda game. It's Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, except the difference is, instead of it being the normal game, what it is everything in the game is randomized, and basically, like, all of the items are randomized, all of the enemies, I don't know for sure, it depends on the one that I generated, but I think the enemies should be randomized. So, basically, what you have to do is you have to beat the game, but also you can't do it in the order that you're supposed to, because the game, let me turn the game audio. How's that? Is it capturing the game audio? Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, this is very much hard mode because it's sort of like it's a fan made thing. Like, it's not official. I don't know. I feel like the audio is still too loud. Let me turn it. This is the problem. I don't know how to do this. Okay. How does that sound? I feel like that's okay. Let me turn that up a bit. Game is a bit loud. Okay, that's what I figured, yeah. Thank you for being here for this. This is actually very useful for me because it tells me that I've been doing this wrong the whole time. Okay, let's try it now. How's this? Can you hear my voice? Like, is it steady now, or is it still a little too loud? I feel like this should be better, but if it's not, I'll still turn it. I can turn it down a little bit. I think this is good. I don't know. It seems, say, a bit lower. Okay, yeah. I think it is matching your voice a bit. Yeah. That's what it seems to be doing. Okay. How's that? Is this still good, or is it, let me just make noises. Blah, 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 blah. Ooh, ah. Let me turn it, I feel like it still needs a bit. Shut up! Shut up! I know, I just peaked my mic, I'm sorry, but shut up! Shut up! Even a bit lower. Okay. Okay. This should definitely be it then. This should do it. This should be good, I think. This should definitely be good. I think it should be good now. Maybe a little lower, I don't know. Beautiful for my ears. Oh, thank you so much. That's good to know, because what that means is, because I have it on -20 right now on the game capture, what that means is the past 2 streams I've been doing, where I had it on -5, it was blasting your eardrums out. Okay, so like I said, this is a randomizer, and one of the cool things about a randomizer is that when you generate this seed, you can just pick whatever, like, sprite you want to be your character. So, for instance, when I generated mine, I decided that we are going to be playing as Guy Fieri from the infamous Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. And that's what we're doing today. We're playing a Zelda game as Guy Fieri. And there we go. Okay, so normally the way this works is normally in this chest would be the infamous. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. The famous Guy Fieri. I apologize. That was my issue there. So normally in this chest would be a lantern, and okay. Sorry, you can't. Sorry, you can't be saying things like that. Do we need to have a discussion on the very first... I trusted you to be my mod, and you're gonna say stuff like that on the very first day of your job? I don't... that's strike one, sorry. That's all I'm saying. That's strike one. We need to be a little bit more careful here with that. I just... Let's just tone it down a bit. I don't know. Okay. So, normally in this chest here would be a lantern, except because this is a randomizer, this could be anything. Oh wait, oh no. My game capture. Oh no, what did I do? Why is it like this? Oh crap, I didn't even notice it was like this the whole time. Oh my god. Crappity crap. Okay, that's so much better. Why did I... Oh, well, no, it's still a little... I fixed this all up perfectly yesterday, and then I decided to change stuff, and now... Okay, that is better. Oh my gosh. Okay, so because it's a randomizer, this could be anything, and... Heart piece. Okay, heart piece. We already have a heart piece this early in the game. That's pretty good. I already know where... Yes. Sorry, what is your question? I still feel like that's too loud. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit more. Just because I don't know, I'm a little concerned. What is your question, my dearest Asari? What character do you think best represents me? Oh, that is a tough question. That is a very tough question. I don't know the answer to that, actually. Character that best represents me. That is a hard question. I really don't know. But maybe like a background NPC from like a Skyrim game. Just like the ones in the back. The way back that's like not... 8-bit music is a bit louder than most, so it does feel louder. Yeah, that's what I thought. So it did feel like that. I'm very glad you're here, because you do not want to know what the last two streams were like, because they were worse than this. I can tell you that. But yeah, like a background NPC of like a Skyrim game or like Elder Scrolls, like I'm the guy that gives you a quest to go get cheese, and then when you do get the cheese, I give you like $5 and that's it. So yeah, that's the character that represents me. Is there a way? Unfortunately, well, maybe there is, actually. That's a good question. Audio. Oh, I can turn down the audio a bit in the game. I can't turn down the music, but I can turn down the audio as a whole, which, because yeah, the music is kind of louder than the rest of it, but I feel like, I don't know. I didn't even mention what is at the top right of the screen here. So this top right of the screen has all of the items in the game, and it shows what I currently have. So right now I have the level 1 sword, I have all that, and this is extremely useful for me because I can know like like for example, I got the chest that was in here, so I can mark that off. I got the chest back here, so I can mark that off. Right now, I could go down here, and that's probably what I'll do. So, yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'll mark these two off. Right now, the main thing that I would like to have is either a bow and arrow or bombs, because both of those unlock a lot of things for me here. But chances are it's not going to be great. The thing about this is that it could be, you never really know. That's the whole point of a randomizer, is you never know what you're going to get in each chest. So you could have, like back here, normally in this building is the Book of Medora, which you need to unlock a dungeon. But right now it's just a half of a heart piece, so I don't really need that. And I used to be an adventurer like you, and then I took an arrow to the knee, and now I sell cheese. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You pretty much nailed it on the head there. That's me. And then back here is normally a heart piece. Oh, that's important. That's actually really important. Okay, but I can't get that without bombs first. That is a glove. You actually can get stuck. But thankfully, the seed that I generated, because they're very precise in the generation, so the seed that I generated is possible. Like, there's no way... You can generate a seed that makes it completely random, which means you could actually get stuck and not make the game possible. But thankfully, the one that I have, it is possible. But what that could mean is that I could still be doing a lot of searching and a lot of doing stuff that I don't really want to be doing in this game. So it's still difficult. It's still very difficult, but it is possible. The thing about this is you have to get, like, there are some guaranteed chests that you can just get, like, no problem. These two are, they could be big ones, but they could also be nothing, because that's just the luck of the draw, really. It's like gambling, but more bombs. Okay, that's good. That's very good for me that I have the bombs now. Going to mark that off on the top right. And now I'm going to go back in here. And we'll see what I get when I do this. I was gonna do a Guy Fieri impression, but I've realized that I don't know how to do a Guy Fieri impression, and it would just sound bad. Heart piece. Oh, my fish is stuck on the roof. No, my fish! I was going to cook you later. No! I'll take you. I gotta practice a Guy Fieri impression. Yeah, trust me, as soon as this stream is over, I'm gonna spend like 3 hours crafting a Guy Fieri impression. I'm gonna look up tutorials on YouTube on how to do a perfect, like, Guy Fieri masterclass impression here. That's gonna be my priority, I promise you that. Please do not. I'm not. Don't make a clip of me doing a Guy Fieri impression. I mean, you can make a clip of whatever you want, but, like, also don't, because I don't want to be known as that Guy Fieri, horrible Guy Fieri impression person. Okay, so this is a big one. This is a very big one here, because, oh, but that, I only have one bomb. Oh no. Oh, I don't think, yeah, I can't do it. I need at least 2 bombs to do this, and I can't do it right now because I have to attack those guys over there in order to open this door, and normally you're supposed to use a bow and arrow, but bombs will also work if you throw them across, but since I only have one, it's not possible, which is a problem because that is a very big... There's like 5 chests in there, so that could be like huge. I also have it... Oh, I don't know why I'm trying to lift that. I can't do that yet. I also have it to where, thankfully, because you can generate a version in this where normally you have to get like 3 pendants and 7 crystals to defeat Ganon and everything. And that's like how you would do it in the normal game, and you can generate it so that you can have whatever amount like you need. Where am I going? It's hard. I said this a couple of times last stream. It is very hard to concentrate and play a game at the same time, and I completely underestimated how difficult it actually is. But yeah, thankfully, you don't actually need to do any of the dungeons. Like, if theoretically, right now, if I did get all of the items that I need in order to defeat Ganon, I could theoretically just go do it now. But I don't have all of those yet, and there's a good chance that some of those are actually going to be in a dungeon. So I may have to do that instead. We're gonna go back here and bomb this thing. Focus is definitely pulled in 5 different directions when streaming. I can tell just by the couple of times that I've done it. Sound is good? Okay, thank God. I'm very glad to hear that, because that is like, I want to make this watchable first and foremost. Even if the stream's not good, I want it to at least be watchable. So it's good to know that the sound's good. I will keep these settings in mind for future reference. And I didn't anticipate just how much damage it's actually done to my vocal cords. Like, I streamed for 2 hours the other day, and I had to drink like 2 whole bottles of water before I was even close to better again. So I'm very surprised at that. Like, it was very shocking, to say the least. And I have 2 bottles of water right next to me right now, because I know I'm gonna go through a full one by the time this stream is over, so I need a backup one just in case. I was so not anticipating it. Like, you just don't expect it, I guess. But I never realized herbal tea. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good, honestly. I should probably invest in that. Like, you don't realize just how much straining it really does, but the fact is, I don't talk, like, in my normal life, I don't talk more than, like, 2 minutes at a time, and then, like, after that, I don't talk for, like, a full hour. But you're doing this, and you're talking for, like, 2 hours straight to nobody. You kind of have to, like, you have to keep talking, or else, you know, what else are you gonna do? You're just gonna sit here in silence? Like... So yeah, it's... Already my voice is not great. I'm gonna... Okay. A little better. I forget how to do this puzzle. I think... Yeah, I know how to do this, right? And, that... You have to narrate everything, which is rough. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I have to describe... Oh, hammer, that's good. That's a very good thing to have this early in the game. You have to describe everything that's going on, and it's very awkward because, like, I don't know, like... Oh, bottle. I don't know, like, what to say... Because I don't want to make it sound like I'm, like, describing every single thing that I'm doing, and you're watching it and you're like, yeah, I can see that that's what you're doing. You don't need to say that. But also, I don't know how to, like, fill the void, right? Like, if I'm silent for more than 3 seconds, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. So I try to, like, fill the void with stuff that is most of the time not very useful or very informative in any way. Like, I don't know. I tell you what, I didn't expect it. I really didn't expect it. It's a lot. And you don't think it's a lot. You don't think it would be a lot because you think, oh, you're just talking for 2 hours. Yeah, that's a little rough, but, like, get over it. But also, when you're doing it, you're like, okay, now what? It's a constant state of now what? Like, what am I doing now? Yeah, exactly. I feel like if I say nothing for 3 seconds, then, like, there's a big problem. I might as well just end the stream. So it's like I have to continuously. Oh wow, those are two very good things to have this early in the game. Those are very good. I have to constantly fill this void. Otherwise, I feel like I might as well just not be doing this. Because that's the whole point of a stream, is you're trying to connect and you're trying to talk with people, and which is why I'm actually really glad you're here right now, because if you weren't here, I would probably just continue to be silent for like 5 seconds, but actually having someone to talk to, it makes this a lot easier, which is why I get totally why streamers, like, they interact with their chat a lot, because the chat is, in a sense, the chat is the stream. Like, because that's the whole point of streaming. It's like you're trying to communicate with someone. You're trying to, like, form, like, a connection, I guess, with someone. It's not about, like, what you're doing. It's about how people react to what you're doing. That's important. So when it's streaming, like right now, I'm streaming by myself, and there's, like, only you're the only person here. It's like it's a little awkward because I don't know what to say to fill the void. Normally, if there were like 5 people here, I could just read that and respond to that. It's a symbiotic relationship. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's like I couldn't do this without people here, but also if I couldn't do this if there weren't people here, but also I need to be entertaining enough to make people be here. So it's like you still have to talk no matter what. It's just it feels more easier when people are here, because then you actually have an outlet, I guess. Is that the right word? Oh, I know I can do this. I know I don't need the boots to do this. I need to do this. I've been streaming for 30 minutes and my voice is already gone. Normally you're supposed to have the Pegasus boots for this, which, I mean, I guess you don't need them because I've done this before without having them. It's just more difficult. Oh, I definitely screwed up there. 16 seconds, because you're supposed to do it in 15. And I mean, yeah. Maybe my issue here is that I'm just whacking it with the sword. Maybe it'd be better if I just picked up the bushes instead. Although I feel like that would be a little... I feel like that one gif of the guy like slamming on his keyboard, like sweat pouring down his face, just slamming on his keyboard. 18 seconds. Okay, so that was definitely slower. Alright, I'm going to try this one more time, and if I can't do it, we'll just move on. Because there are still plenty of other places I can get stuff right now. I would like to have the gloves right now, because that's a very good thing to have. Thank you, Asari. I really appreciate that. Feelings of inadequacy, because my first... Oh, I definitely screwed it up. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there. I just know I did it. Yeah, my first stream, there was no one here, which I didn't expect. I didn't expect anyone to be here. I was expecting to stream completely alone. But I also didn't know, like, how to do that. I didn't know how to stream alone. I didn't know, like, what am I supposed to say, like... Should I describe the game? Like, should I still describe what's going on? Should I still try and narrate? Oh! Yes! I have acquired the trash! Yes, okay. Thankfully. I didn't that's very good. That's very good. Let me mark that off here. Yeah, I was like, should I still... narrate what's going on? Should I still describe what's going on even though there's no one here? But I realized, like, if I didn't do that, then if people were to come in, if people were to come in and they saw that someone was just playing a game and not saying anything, then they would want to leave. So you still have to talk. And that's the difficult part, is I don't know how to fill a void with no one here. What class do you play in Skyrim normally? So that depends. Like, normally, I think I have like 3 or 4 different Skyrim saves, which, honestly, I don't know why, because Skyrim is one of those games, it's a love-hate relationship, because it's so glitchy, and there's so many bugs and stuff like that, but also, it's like... Oh, hello. I'm going to ban you. And... Thank you, Asari. You are the best. You are the best. What would I do without you here? That's the second time that's happened. My first chatter was a view bot, and I had to stop the stream in the middle of it to ban them and block them from the channel. But yeah, normally I play as like a thief, like I guess it's called a rogue. Is that what you would call it? Like just a very sneaky guy, a little sneaky little goblin creature. But also, like, I've tried the couple of times that I've played since, I've tried to do something different. Because I feel like if you play as the same class every time, then it's just the same game. You're just playing the exact same game. But if you do something different, then you're playing the same game, but you're playing it in a different way, which... Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I just blew myself up. Okay. You're playing the same game, but you're playing it in a different way, so it's you can get a different sort of value out of it. Oh, we got the flute, we got the quake pendant, rupee, and an arrow. Well, we did get the piccolo. Is it? No, it's not a piccolo in this. It's called a flute, despite it being an ocarina. And then they changed it to actually be an ocarina, even though it is clearly an ocarina in this, but they call it a flute. So I don't know what they were doing there. Um, oh right, I have to play it at the village first. I have to unlock the little bird creature first, and then I can fast travel. But yeah, I've tried to, the couple of times in recent that I've played Skyrim, I've tried to go more of a magic route, because there are actually a lot of really cool spells and stuff in Skyrim, except I just kind of always neglected them because it's just it's easier to it really is it's easier to play as like a thief, sneaky rogue type build, but it's I think it's more fun to play with all the magic stuff because there's a lot of stuff in there that you would normally never even think of using. Like I'm pretty sure there's like some kind of I don't know what the term they use for it is, but there's basically like a force ability where you can pick up objects like with your mind and like manipulate them in certain ways. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can do once you get to like a higher level and you get better at it. It's just it's did I get the guy? Dude, you already have it. Oh, well, excuse me. You don't need to be rude about it. Jesus. Um, I'm gonna be quiet for this because I just love this scene. What race do you tend to play? Well, first let me say, I lied just now. I said I'm gonna be quiet because I love this scene, and I do. But the truth is I was quiet because I needed to take a drink of water. Uh, yeah, I'll just come out and say that. But what race do you tend to play? Usually, the first time I played Skyrim, I played as the boring white guy Nord. Um, just because, like, you know, when you're making a character, you want to make it look like yourself. But I've started to play as the Dark Elves because I really like the Dark Elves a lot. I think just number one because they look cool, but also because they have I think sort of like an ability to they have like a fire resistance, so it makes it easier. No, you back off. Quit stealing my crap. I worked hard for that crap. Uh, yeah, they also have like a fire resistance, so it's sort of easier to deal with dragons and stuff. Plus, they're also like, they just look cooler. That's really what it comes down to. They look cooler. But I did love that, like the aspect of each race has a different like a natural born ability or whatever. I think that's really cool. Like the Imperials, they have. I think the Imperials, they have something that makes trading better. The Nords, they have like some kind of battle cry or something. I don't know. I've never used it actually. But then the Dark Elves, they have um, the fire resistance, which is extremely useful, and also they just look cool. Um, it, that's that's a lot of the times when I'm making a character. That's what I base it on. Is does it look cool? If not, is it worth it for it to not look cool? Like that's basically what it is. What can I do with the stuff I have? I can do a lot, but Here, let's check out the map here. I really wish that the game wouldn't pause in the background whenever I do this, because it makes it so that there's no music, and that isn't very good. Okay. I can get to... I did that. I did that. And I did that one. Thank you, sorry. You don't have to lie to me. I appreciate you lying to me. It strokes my ego very much, and I appreciate that, but you don't have to lie to me. Thank you, though. Okay, so... Yeah, alright. We're gonna go to the sanctuary and see what kind of secrets it holds. Yes, you are sorry. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I do. But I know when you're lying, and that's a lie. I'm sorry. It's just a lie. I appreciate... You're very good at lying, but that was a lie. Well, I think you have a charm to your voice. I do. I really do. You're very, like... very wholesome, I guess, is that the right word? It is, but it also isn't the one that I was thinking of. You're very sweet, let's just say that. You're very sweet, you're very kind, and you're just generally a cool person. So that's why, like, I knew immediately that I was going to make you a mod, because you're very... I trust you, number one, but also you're just cool. So, yeah, that wasn't even a hard decision at all for me. Like, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, bow and arrow. Okay, that's good. Bow and arrow. Okay, bow and arrow. That's very huge for me. I need that. I actually really need that right now. And that makes it possible for me to do... Oh, it doesn't. I still need... Apparently I still need something. I mean, I feel like I have everything that I need. I'm just gonna go there and try it. Let's see my voice and laugh says. I don't get that though. Like, I think you have a great voice. I think it's very bubbly, which I guess I can understand, like, that being a self-conscious thing. But I think it's good. I think it's you have a lot of energy, and it shows in your voice. And I think that's a good thing. That's a good thing, especially for streaming. Like, that's a great thing to have, because your voice, it shows, like, the energy in your... just the energy that you have. And that's a good thing. Whereas my voice is like very... If you were to describe my voice as a food, it would be milk that's not sour but has been left on the table for an hour and a half. That's my voice. Like, yes, you can drink it, and yes, it's there. It's not... There's nothing wrong with it. But do you really want to? Whereas I think you have a lot of more energy. Like, I'm an introvert, obviously. If you can't tell that, you could probably tell that pretty easily. But it shows in my voice, I think. It shows a lot in my voice that, you know, I don't really have the energy that most people do. Like, whereas a lot of people will, and I didn't really get this for a long time, even though I was an introvert. I've been an introvert my whole life. I never really understood, like, when people say, oh, well, going to a social event, it takes energy out of me. Like, it takes actual effort. I never understood that. But then, like, recently, I was whenever I was getting my house, I had to. You have an inviting voice. Well, I mean, I guess I can see that. I appreciate that. I try to have an inviting voice. I don't know if I succeed at it, but I try. This is not the place that I need to be right now. Well, no, I can't because I don't have the flippers. Social batteries are very real. I didn't realize this, but when I was getting my house, we did the final closing paperwork, and we're sitting there for like 2 hours with this guy, and he's the one doing most of the talking, like 90% of the talking. He's just telling me, like, okay, this is what this means, this is what this means, except just like being there in that room, having to, I know it sounds like kind of not narcissistic, like, it sounds dumb, but just being in that room for like 2 hours listening to him was very draining for me, and I didn't expect it to be, because, like, I'm not talking very much in this, but having to concentrate every single bit of my attention on this one task, it was extremely draining for me. We went to a restaurant afterwards. I almost said, let's just not, because I kind of want to just go to bed. Like, that's how difficult that was on me. And I didn't expect it to be. It's a very... And I've learned, especially doing this, I've learned a lot, like, just how much it really takes out of you. Because after this, like, I'm gonna probably be streaming for another hour and a half, maybe. Maybe a little more, probably not too much more. But after this, like, I may say, like, 12 words the rest of the day, and that'll be it. We'll be done. Like, 13 words after this, and then that'll be it. Like, it's just... You don't realize when you're alone, because every thought you have in your head, it feels like you're talking, but you're not, obviously. You're just thinking to yourself. You don't realize when you're alone just how quiet you are. You don't realize, like, I can go, if I were by myself, I could go an entire day without saying anything, and I would just never realize that. But it is, like, you kind of, you don't anticipate it. You don't anticipate having to talk as much as you're talking. So especially when doing this, it's like, it's confusingly draining. That's what it is, because you're like, I'm just talking, I'm just doing what I always do, I'm just saying words, but then you realize, oh right, I was alone yesterday in my house and I didn't say a word to anyone or anything. So it's like, you don't realize just how much effort goes into it. Which is the reason that I have 2 bottles of water next to me right now, because I don't really know how much longer my voice can keep this up for. It's not something you expect. I realize I've just realized this. I've had this on the wrong thing this entire time. That's not good. I'm not good at this. Crappity on a stick. Oh. Voiceless role-playing games are a nightmare. What? What? What did I say? Don't yell at me, please. I'm scared. Stop. I'm stopping. I'm stopping. I'm okay. I'm okay at this. I'm not... this is like... I don't know. It's a lot. And you don't expect it. You really don't. I say this like... but, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't need to explain this to you. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't expect to... There's just so much that goes into it, and you don't realize it. I am not a baby. Do not call me a baby. I'm a grown man. We've talked about this. Thank you for being here, sorry. I really do appreciate it. I really do. Like, you're genuinely one of the coolest people that I've met on Twitch. Not just streamer like wise, but in general. So I really do appreciate you being here for this. It's very cool of you to be here for this, especially being as kind as you are. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to die here because I have not been concentrating on the game. I've been, like, doing 50 other things. Like, at the end of the day, all I'm doing is I'm talking while I'm playing a video game, but to me, there's like 700 things going on right now that I have to manage, and if I don't do them all right, then, like, someone's gonna break down my door and knock my brains in. Like, that's the kind of, what's it called, the struggle, I guess, I don't know. See, I'm doing it again, I'm having trouble with this. What's something for free? Go earn the pendant in Thieves Town. I can't do that because I can't get there yet. Fire rod. Anxiety. That's it. That's exactly it. It's anxiety. Like, it's completely irrational too. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, if I don't talk for 30 seconds on this, it's gonna be fine. Like, no one will care. Even if there were like 500 people here, which thank God there isn't, because I could not handle that right now. But even if there were, and if I didn't talk for 10 seconds, it would be fine. But it doesn't feel like it's fine. It feels like I'm doing something wrong. I need to correct this immediately, or else something bad is gonna happen. So it's a very strange thing. Because, and that's the thing about the irrational fears and irrational stuff like that. Yes, right, the music in the game, and like, you feel like it's too loud, and you feel like, oh well, people can't hear my voice, or people can hear my voice, but my voice is too loud, and I'm constantly peaking, and that's why I've never done streaming. I've always done, like, just a couple of YouTube things, and I tried to do, like, I tried to record a Let's Play thing on YouTube once, and it wasn't very good, so I just never did it again. But it was easier than this, because in that, I didn't have to talk the entire time, because I knew that I was going to edit it later on. I knew that, like, I can just talk whenever I feel like it, and I can edit out certain parts. This is going, and it just is gonna keep going, and that's it, you know? so it's a lot more pressure on you to be entertaining, I guess, if that's the right word. I just, the big thing is that I want the stream to be watchable first and foremost. So when like bitrate, I was having so many bitrate issues earlier this morning. I thankfully fixed it. I think. Hopefully it's not too bad. But that was like, it made me think, because I was thinking like, have the past 2 or 3 streams like this? Like, has this been what it's like the entire time and I just didn't realize it? And then when I thought that, I start thinking, okay, well, should I even do this then? Because if obviously I'm not, my internet doesn't want me to do it, then, like, I mean, you know, it's a process. It is. It's a process that I haven't fully gotten used to yet, and I cannot do... I'm gonna die here. Uh-oh. I can't do this dungeon without the lantern. That's a problem. Well, I now see why this tracker said that I couldn't do this. Yeah, I did a lot of setting stuff earlier, like I changed the encoder and all that. Thankfully I'm streaming in 720. If I tried to stream in 1080, I don't think you would get very much out of this. I think it would probably be pretty bad. And yeah, I know it's not gonna be perfect. It's just, it's one of those things where you feel like if it's not at least this consistent quality, then it's just not good, and I'm not going to be able to do it. So I almost didn't stream. I wasn't going to. I just wasn't going to, because I felt like, alright, well, if it's going to be like this, then why should I even stream today? Like, but thankfully I fixed it, and now we're here. But still, I still am constantly looking at the bottom of my screen and seeing, like, right now, my bitrate is extremely bad, and it's saying that I haven't dropped any frames, but it's still a very, very bad bitrate, and that's, you know, not encouraging. So yeah, it's like right now it says I am 0